another Evolution video. Today we're going to be driving the Formula 1 cars. Yes, from oldest to present day. This is going to be a cool one. It's, again, 5 laps. We have to win in every class, and if we don't get into first place like in the previous DTM video, if you guys have seen that one, go and check that out. I promise you, it will blow you out of the water. That was so much fun, and we are doing it again because you guys wanted to see more. So we're doing Formula 1 from slowest to newest, or rags to riches, as you could possibly tell. We are going to be having the camera. Yes, don't worry, I've cleaned these off. This is all clean. We wore this in the DTM video, and we are wearing it again. It is super comfy. We're not sponsored by any clothing brand or anything, but this is by Comfort, and it is awesome. Let me just say that. So anyway, we're here at Monza for, I think, 10 different classes of Formula 1 style type of stuff. We do not have, and again, we do not have the present 2026 cars, but we do have the 2022 to 2025 of last year Formula 1 cars. So, hopefully, if RaceRoom is watching this, or if they watch this, or if this gets a lot of views, I don't know who, but I hope we get added the new 2026 Formula 1 cars. I love the Formula 1 cars in the RaceRoom. So please, let's add the Formula 1 cars for 2026 this upcoming year. So anyway, enough chitter chatter. Let's jump in. We are driving an automatic. We are P5. Good RNG in the beginning, and we are driving the old school Formula 1. We do not have anything older than this, but this is the oldest that we have of the Formula 1 cars, and away we go at Monza here, and it takes a while. We're driving automatic because the manual with clutch does not want to work. So we have, again, 5 laps to complete 5 laps. We have 57 cars out on grid. We are currently winning with these little skinny wheels. And the HUD cam of the Formula 1 thing, this is the cam that you see on the newer cars where the camera is. This is on the headrest. So we are pulling ahead super quickly, and this is not tuned. We don't have any modifications. We can't really modify the vehicle in RaceRoom. I wish that was a thing. Or have a progression type of thing. I did actually make my own progression system in this game. It is not public, it is private. But it should be pretty cool. I had to remove the video because it was really bad. I was rage baiting. And we're far ahead, 3 seconds deep in the pace. We're looking good as we bin ourselves. And this car, I will say, is not good off-road because there isn't any aerodynamics. It's just all horsepower. There comes all of the old school Formula 1 cars. We are 2 seconds ahead. They're gaining on us pretty quickly. And we have to pull this off as the mini-map shows all of them. The car is slidey. It is slidey. There's no soft compound tires. It is just rubber meets the road. Polyester rubber, wheels and tires. We have steel bicycle rims. We don't have that type of style Formula 1 cars, but those were the original Formula 1 cars, and there were 3 circuits. Oh, somebody is off into the track. He's not moving. Mr. Castrol has binned it off of the racing circuit at Monza. And these cars and older during Formula 1 were the dangerous type of style vehicles, because number one, there weren't any safety regulations like we have today. There's no halo. There's no it's all raw power, and what you have is what you get. It's like serving a Michelin 5-star Michelin meal, but not 5 stars, and more like Gordon Ramsay on steroids type of ordeal. So these cars never really had the potential that we have nowadays, where we have halos and things of that matter. And Monza, I've been here, and these type of cars were a part of the I forgot what it was, but these cars and older actually conquered the Monza Oval. If you guys know the Monza Oval, it is the iconic, as you probably know, the iconic embankment oval. You see that pit lane? That used to be a race car track because it used to loop through the pit lane and then down there where the pit lane is, and then straight. We see that concrete barrier? That is the embankment track of the iconic Monza Oval. You've probably seen a modern day Formula 1 car poster on that oval. Yes, that is true. They actually did that in real life. They because of the newer cars, and they're probably going to do it this year. And it is just an iconic piece. And the history behind the older style cars. And fun fact, when Formula 1 first started, there were only 3 Formula 1 tracks back in the day. It was Monza, Silverstone, and Monaco. And that's it. Those were the three racetracks. Nowadays, we have all over the globe. The United States and Texas, Las Vegas, and things of that matter. Monaco and Silverstone Monza are still there. And then Imola came in fourth as the fourth oldest track. But the oldest track in Formula One history is Silverstone. Yes, the iconic British Grand Prix is the oldest in all Formula One. That's where Formula One first started, was Silverstone. Then it went to Monza and then Monaco. And then everything else fell after that, or got added to. And a lot of the tracks that brought us up to present day Formula One is no longer licensed, or they got dropped because of financial issues, or just because personal things and abandoned tracks. Which is sad to say, but that is life. Like Estrel Circuit, that used to be a Formula One track back, I believe, don't quote me on this, could be wrong, back in the late, I don't even know, but Estrel Circuit used to be a Formula One track. Because of financial issues, they never got a license to be in the Formula One schedule, but it was supposed to be added to the schedule of Formula One. But I don't know about the upcoming 2026 and up in the future of Formula One. But honestly, is looking good. We have one more lap, one final lap until the checkered flag is deployed, and we have conquered the old style Formula One cars. This is so cool, you guys. I actually like this. Like the evolution of different cars. But honestly, these type of cars, these literally open wheeler cars, are the most dangerous in Formula One. Back when Formula One started, because again, if you went underneath a car or flipped somebody, you were dead. It's like a go-kart. The only thing preventing you from dying is that iron bar behind your head. And look at the iconic gloves. Just like in the old DTM cars, the white gloves, the fancy gloves, those were used in this type of Formula One style. Like 18th century cars. The bicycle rims, if you guys know those, the iconic old school thin, no grip tires. Now we have hard, soft, intermediate, wet, a whole bunch of different colors and compounds, just for compounds and stuff like that. Instead of polyester rubber. Yes, the rubber was polyester, which was that hard plastic rubbery thing, and those were used on these cars, which, yes, they got grip at a certain speed, but it's not like the soft compound. It's not like the hard compound. You had one tire, and if you had a brake job or a pit, the brakes, suspension, everything had to come off of the car, and you needed parts. If you don't, you were out of the race, and SOL, shit out of luck, in the races. And the races in the pits, just like Le Mans back in on Daytona, which is one of the oldest tracks, and that's where the Ford GT, the iconic trio, raced. And that car, the pit stuff, took 40 hours, up to 40 hours, 40 minutes, something like that. It was crazy just for a pit stop. Nowadays, it's like 1 second. So it's very crazy of how far racing has come. And we just completed the oldest Formula One race. That was super fun. Those cars are super fun to drive, not gonna lie. We have to do a race about that. So moving on, we have the Formula One Juniors. This is where safety regulations were starting to come into play, but it's still an open wheeler, but it is safer. These are mainly driver class cars. So testing out a Formula One car, like if you go to a racing school, you would be driving one of these. And if you get the license, you'll be able to jump into a Formula 4 car, which we will be getting into. But these cars were modified, and it is now time. I honestly, I don't know which came next. This looks like the same, doesn't it? Honestly, we're just going to play it by art, but we're going to be driving all of the Formula One cars, so might as well jump into the Formula Juniors. I don't know if that's true or not, but we got the Formula Juniors. They honestly look the same, just newer. And then it goes 90s, and then 2017 cars, then Formula 4. Shoot. I'm not too sure which came. We'll just go based off of this. I mean, it literally looks the same as the old school one. But these are mainly school, racing school dummy cars. And we are pulling ahead as we head into, I believe I think we're doing this wrong. It's whatever, it's fine. Well, the iconic Formula Juniors are, I think it goes 90s Formula Juniors, then Formula 4, then 3, 2, 1, and then so on. I believe that's how it rolls. Just switch them around. It's fine. And we're driving all the Formula 1 cars anyway, so might as well just... It's one mishap. So, we are in the Formula Juniors. And this is for racing school. Again, racing school things only, I believe. Because this is just bone stock, straight, no aerodynamics, no nothing, just power, ABS, and a V8 engine from the car that we previously drove. I think these had a V4 twin scroll engine, I believe, or naturally aspirated, because I hear a turbo or a turbocharger. I'm not too sure. And these only had a four gears compared to the other car that we drove, which I believe had 5 gears, or 3. I think it was 3. I'm not too sure. But this has a 4-speed, 4-cylinder turbo charged engine, or V6. And if you know the cat and mouse video that we did, this is the car that we drove. It was a gray one, but we're driving the iconic Lotus livery. But again, I swear, I hope BMW in the future, like 2029, 2027 and stuff, I hope Porsche and BMW join in Formula 1, because we got Cadillac in this year, and Cadillac is a part of the WEC endurance racing. And I hope Genesis makes a Formula 1 car. I mean, I hope teams that are joining in WEC or IMSA make a Formula 1 car. That would be pretty sick. The more cars, the more chaotic it is, because honestly, how many slots are in a Formula 1 all in total? There's only, what, 12, 13 teams, including Audi. And Audi used to take part in the IMSA and hypercar. I believe they still do. I mean, they have their GT3 cars, but the Protos, the Hybrid Cup, if you guys know from Assetto Corsa, Evo, the Audi Evo and stuff like that. But it is, again, super cool. But I hope BMW makes a Formula 1 car. That would be pretty sick, because they had it back when DTMs first started in 2013. Again, the DTM series of racing changed, honestly, Formula 1 back. I don't even know how to explain it, but DTM in 2013 introduced the DRS system, the drag reduction system. And if you guys know, on the 2013 Formula 1 cars, they didn't have DRS. A lot of teams tried to implement DRS, like inside of the vehicle where you pull lever. But in DTM, you had the actual rear wing move with the system. And then when that happened, when 2016 ended the DRS drag reduction system, that was added on the Formula 1 cars, and the fixed adjustable rear wings on the 2013 Formula 1 cars were on the DTM, so that they switched it. So the influence on different cars in different classes up to present day is just insane to me to think about. Like, cars like these, no downforce, just an engine, transmission, you and the open road. It's way different than having a monocoque cover, a sequential rally gearbox, is just and these only topped out at, I believe, 210, 301 kilometers, depending on the top speed, but I think it's 210. We'll see on the main straight. Again, these Formula 1, Formula Junior cars only have a 4-speed manual transmission. $180, $190. Last lap, 205. 205 before going down to 30 miles per hour. And you could tell, like, oh, this is a slow car compared to everything else, which is crazy to me that, like, the bigger the engine, the slower you get, I believe. And then the smaller the engine, the more horsepower and output you have, which means you can make your car go faster, which means you could have more safety concerns like a halo, DRS, downforce, front wing, front splitter, diffuser, things of that matter, instead of an open piston suspension like sway bar links. But that is the iconic oval. I actually went on the oval. I tried making it to the top. I actually made it to the top of the steepest part of the track, where James May, Jeremy Clarkson, and Hammond, Richard Hammond, all tried to make it up, walking up the embankment. It's on Top Gear. But that is the iconic Monza Oval. And it is public. You could actually take a tour of, you could actually go to this racetrack in Monza. And it is a public, natural, it's like one of those nature preserves, or nature, if you live in the Midwest, we have nature preserves, which are these foresty places with like parks and stuff inside. That is what the track is in, kind of, which means it is private land but open to the public, which means you could actually bike on this track at a certain time and walk on it. When, if there's no races, nothing going on, you could actually walk on the track, walk on the iconic oval, get a tour of the place, or even better yet, if you know anything, you could bring your own car and drive around the actual track, which is pretty cool. But I don't know if that's true or not, because when I was walking around the track, it said you could bring your own car, but I don't know if that's honestly true, and I think I probably read it wrong. But anyway, we got the V10, V8, and V12 different Formula One cars with different soundings. The iconic V10 Formula One cars. They actually went different. It went V8, V12, then the iconic V10, and then the 2017 had the V10 inside as well, and then I went, I think we're doing this wrong. We're driving every single Formula One car. Super sick. So this one's going to be another long video. '42nd, 42nd place. Look at the flames. And away we go with the V8 90s style. Oh, what a crash! Red flag. Red flag. Major red flag race. That is going to be our first restart. We're going to go through the right instead of going through the center. Hey, there's the iconic Senna livery. And away we go at the crazy, insane, iconic sounding Formula One cars. The sounds that we all grew up listening to, which made Formula One that is it now. These cars are insane and uncontrollably undrivable because of how fast and how lightweight the engine is. And again, these cars do not have DRS. So during this time and through 2017, no DRS. The wings were adjustable, but these were not. These were fixed. And a nice, lovely overtake to get into P1. Be careful of the wheel spin of the tires. It doesn't have the steering, and again, these cars do not have soft, medium, or hard compound tires. It was just rubber, and that's it. And you, as the driver, had to figure out how to drive the car. Driving aggressive, wears the car too much. Driving too quickly also wears the tire down. So it's way different. And these cars were dangerous as well because of the high speed, no halo, and if you flipped, you hope that you would crouch down into your seat so you don't get decapitated by another car or die as well. And these cars don't have the steering and the grip that present day Formula 1 cars have. Up to Paramonica, down the Ascari, resist the Panamera. I don't know. Go. And this car introduced a 7-speed gearbox. And this is where downforce came into play big time in Formula 1. Down past the iconic Monza oval. Introduced a 6-speed gearbox. And this car is actually fun to drive too. And we're gonna full send it 300 kilometers an hour, 301. And also, if you crashed, you got all the impact from the crash, not the car and the monitor, because you're sitting right behind the engine. So if you screwed everything up, well, that was on you. Life and death. And away we go. The 90s is officially in the past. We completed that. Moving on to the V12. which means the cars would go quicker, faster, more battles, and more dangerous and insane crashes. And we are P1, good RNG, the iconic high-powered Red Bull can sound, the insane V12 screaming through the sky. The buzzing of bees and the iconic Formula One sound. The best sounding Formula One car is that screaming V12 engine and the V10. And these never had a turbo. This is naturally aspirated, high horsepower, high rev limit. Which means the bigger engine, the heavier in weight distribution, which means you could make the car have more downforce, which made your car quicker. And I am full through the main straight. And we are already reached the back of the grid. Car spun. Are we gonna lap everyone on the 5th lap? Have to lift off, or else we're going to be in the back of that elk car. And final lap of the race. And this is the interior view of the high horsepower cars. Jeez, it is crazy. Again, that was full sending it. Can we lap everyone in one swoop? There's our teammate. We almost lapped everyone. One more lap, and we probably would have lapped everyone. Full send. Best sounding car by far. V12. Now, the next one is the V10. More cylinders didn't always mean faster car until they introduced the V10. And then after that, they kept the V10 from the 90s era all the way up to 2017. And then from 2018 till now, the V6 was implemented, which is very cool. And the crazy V10 race is here. Oh my god, there we go. Dead, but he lands it. And there's our teammate out in front. in real life, we would both be dead. Our head would be on in the other car that flipped. But look at the acceleration, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, we're already on one of the main straights, 300 kilometers an hour. I can't even process what is happening right now. Dude, the rapid acceleration is crazy, and we're gonna full send it. See if we could lap. Everyone in the insane elemental V10 Formula One car from the 90s. So a lot of the years in different racing classes influenced a lot of different sounding cars. And we'll get into like the TCR class, things of that matter, and so on and so forth. And also, there's one strictly Russian race in class that was only in Russia, which we'll do a video on. And it's just crazy. And that influenced also a whole bunch of different racing, like the Mini Cooper racing, homemade car racing. That's crazy. Here's the back of the grid. We'll draft and bump, a little weave and dive. We are full grip tires and all. Overtake on the green. We are good. Draft. And again, DRS was not a thing during this time of the V8 until 2017. From 2016, and then in 2017 they added DRS and ERS and all of the combined. I want to lap everyone. We have one more lap. I think we could do it. We just like full send it. I think we. But that's how these cars would crash. Spin outs, flip over, under. And the cars got faster. And then regulations started taking over. send, and we should be lapped. Everyone out on grid. It is not registering. One more section. I think that's the P2 all the way up there. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's P2 way up there. I see a full lapped section. No! What is... Oh, no! Oh, we almost lapped everyone. Dude. But we finished in the iconic V10 Formula One car. The 90s era is officially in the past. Just like that, with ease. And then the iconic 2017 through and up from the 90s all the way up to 2017 was the iconic V10 engine that everybody knows about. Then after this, Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, and then Formula 1, and then IndyCar. And those are all of the open wheel racing classes. And then it was Formula E. We don't have any Formula E cars, but that would be pretty sick to have the iconic like Formula E, and then the smaller Indy cars would be pretty sick instead of the big ones. But here we are driving the McLaren, and DRS was a thing now added because of DTM. And throughout Formula 1, DRS has been a part of racing throughout. And the iconic screaming V10 and V12 engine, depending on the team. With a 7-speed gearbox introduced. And because of it, pretty much everything after DTM in 2017 changed everything across the board in racing. Because of DTM, Formula 1 was a thing. These Formula 1 cars, the screaming V10s, the aerodynamics, were all from DTM from 2013 to 2016. Then the DRS, the drag reduction system, was added on these cars and up, where now in DTM, that's a thing of the past. Because we now have faster cars, grippier tires, And then here they introduced soft and hard compound tires and slightly medium, the 3 changes of tires, which means more downforce, more grip, more predictability than unpredictable in the iconic 90s era type of cars. But these are the cars, or the Formula One cars that we know about today with Daniel Ricciardo and things of that matter. Hulkenberg and the Haas that crashed in the iconic crash where it split into 2, but thankfully he survived. And the crazy car with Max Verstappen or Daniel Ricciardo losing all front tires. There it is. And dead. He would be dead. We would be dead because the halo was not a thing added in 2017. Crazy crash. That's going to be clipped. Dude, I love these little tiny history things. I'm losing my voice in the process of everything. There's Mercedes getting wrecked out by McLaren. And is that Kick Solber in 2017? No, it can't be. Dude, this is unreal. Wait, Castrol? Dude, we have to do more cars. I love this old school McLaren livery. This is freaking sweet. No DRS enabled, and we are pretty much going to be lapping everyone this lap. Almost about. Oh my god, that was a close one! Oh. That was a close one. And if that was Racing Bulls, we got our teammate right there. Actually, that's Red Bull. Never mind. The old Lotus style livery. The HUD's going crazy because of how fast these cars are. There's Audi if it was... And the final lap of the iconic 2017 racing, and we have lapped everyone. That's all that it takes to lap somebody. Just full send it around Monaco, Monza. I am tripping on Formula One fumes right now. And sadly, as it comes to the final lap, the final time of hearing the iconic V10 in a Formula One car. The gear shifts and everything that we know today is finally coming to an end. These cars were a thing of the past, but RaceRoom now has them in the game. So if you want that iconic V10, We're not sponsored by any means of the game. And there we go. But that crash will be clipped. I will do a video and then clip it. Alright. Now the Formula 4 cars been added, and now the V6 was implemented. Because the cars were too fast, as you saw by that crash. The halo was not invented, so they decided to put a V6 in all Formula 1 cars up until now. And Formula 4 became a thing. We're going to drive the white. Five laps. And because of the V6 natural aspirated engine, these cars do not have turbos in it. And it is just raw V6 power until Formula 4, Formula 2, and so on and so forth. And then the twin-turboed V6 that we know today in the Formula 1 cars were added in 2022 and up. So, and then now we're going to have a 50-50 split type of cars, which means 50% raw power, 50% electric. Compared to these. Now again, no halo invented, because these are actually, the Formula 4 cars are actually racing school starter cars. So if you're getting your first Formula 1 license, you would be racing in this class of Formula 4. So you don't hear any turbo like the whistle. It's just raw V6, no engine modes, no nothing, no DRS against fixed wings. And P6. Wheel to wheel. And away we go. Thank you very much. Nice overtake to give P4 a run for its money and up to P3. Bump drafting, hopefully to secure, and we double overtake. The car almost These are like extendo miniature kart, go-kart type ordeal. These were low on power, not super quick, mainly just grip and for handling to get used to a Formula 1 car until you get faster and faster and set a better lap time and things of that matter. That little bullet antenna on the hood right there is the radio. And a 360 camera as well too. We're doing the Formula GT3 bump draft. Insane racing. Oh, almost an overtake. These cars are so much fun to drive. If you guys have seen the online racing that we have done, these are the Taurus GT4. GT4, there it is. Formula 4 cars. This is the whole gang of cars. Oh, deep into corner one with a 3-car pileup. We have the runaway. We are leading the race 5 wide. Did I see 5 wide going? Oh my god, dude, look at all the cars in the rear view mirror. Oh my gosh. 2 more laps remain. 3, I meant. Oh, they have the runner up. This is going to be a close one. In order to move on to the next class, we have to win. Here we finally have gotten into the racing school. We've completed the historical racing. We've raced the modern the whole grid is behind. We have sponsors. Hopefully we can make the sponsors proud. One more lap remains. Oh, a miss gear shift. The last lap will stage our fate if we move into Formula 3. we are pulling ahead. Very well done. Consistent. We are pulling ahead. And we make our sponsors proud. And our investors in our racing, and we get our Formula 3 license. The final lap of the race. I thought that was the final lap. It is now the final lap. Slow all the way down to like 20 kilometers an hour. Quick shifts. Oh, it is super close. The final lap. Will we make our sponsors proud? It is down to the final last corner. The fans are up on their feet. Who will win and get their Formula 3 license? And we pull away with enough. We gain a whole 1 second, and we get our Formula 3 license. Let's go. Now these cars have 1 turbo on it, and it's still a racing school academy type of car. It's a GT, it's the Formula 4 car just with an extension wheelbase, or extension, which means more aerodynamics, more airflow to cool the engine down, which means more power, which means adding a turbo for more downforce. Things of that matter. RNG could be worse. P19, new car, interesting wheel, new car, new team, new everything, no DRS implemented in anything, and we have to get our GT2 license, GT2, there it is, Formula 2 license, so we have to win here. huge spin around. We pull through as the grid gets backed up with traffic, and we move up from P19 to P6 in just a matter of an accident. We go through the inside line, we get shoved off of the racing circuit, almost causing a flip. We move up into P5, take that back, P4, and we move into the happy sponsor's seat. Still fixed rear wing. P1 and P2 are pulling ahead. Another shunt. And our front tires are not doing anything. Back down to P5. Take that back. P4 with enough downforce and grip. Which means P2 and P1 are faster than we are. Now, I don't know any history behind these type of cars, but other than that these are Race Academy cars. There's this massive, like, missile launcher on the side of the car. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that extension is actually the gas tank, because the V6 engine is medium sized. With the transmission, they don't have room for the gas tank, so that extension that you see, that gray extension above the proud, is the fuel tank, and it is tiny because these races are small. They're not meant to go endurance racing type of style, but they couldn't fit a fuel tank, so they had to implement and put it up on top. I believe that is it. We gain a position P2, and we get ourselves a podium spot. Hopefully, I was about to say spot. We got our sighting of the radio behind P2. We suck a bunch of air going in to the final corner, and we shunt the other driver. It is becoming a wreckfest out here as P3 goes to P2 and incredibly gains almost to P1. A P2, P1 battle happening here as we run away from P2. And as you can see, the exhaust is not in the center where underneath the rain light. It's actually up on top of where the air duct is, which is crazy. They could hear the little turbo spool up. more laps to go. We're in the crocodile racing team, I guess. It's like a crocodile. A croc racing team. There it is! Get it? It's a load of croc. Boom, boom. We got the eyes. We got the green body. We got the insane, like, carbon fiber downforce thing. Oh, we did this wrong. It goes... Oh. It's okay. At least we're driving all the Formula 1 cars. It goes 90s, Formula 4, Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, the 2017 Formula 1 cars, and then the 2022. So we kind of messed it up. But we're doing it our own way. Of, like, we're going based off of year. Not class. You know what I mean? I think that's how it rolls. Because we're going based off of year, not the actual, like, it's okay. So I messed up there. And around the final corner, entering the final lap, with nobody behind, we will be getting our Formula 2 license. I mean, we could drive the 2017 Formula 1 cars again, because those were fun. Let's do that. I mean, we have time. And this is a longer video now since we screwed everything up, but it's okay. We're talking through it. It's not boring. So if you guys are bored to it, you guys could listen to. You guys could rewatch the entire video and play through the V6, V12, V8, and V10 cars to the iconic cars and skip over this car. Final lap of the race. We don't run into any lap traffic. We don't lap anyone. We head down the Panoramica into the final corner to the main straight. And we get handed our Formula 2 license. Baby! Let's go! Nice a win by the Croc Racing Team. Ba-dum-bum. Formula 2 cars. here get handed our Formula 2 license. And if we win it here, we move on to Formula 1. And away we go at Monza. Gotta make the sponsors happy. Wheel to wheel. Down the main straight. No engine modes whatsoever. Top speed around 271 miles per hour. Kilometers an hour, not. Yeah, I'm gonna race the 2017 Formula 1 cars again because those were super fun. .272 is the top speed of the Formula 2 cars. Now these cars, I don't know a lot about the history about this, but these are also Academy style cars. But a lot quicker than the average thing. We are catching up to everyone on the second to last lap. Almost a big, huge crash. And we get our Formula One license, baby. Almost. Can we lap everyone? With the one more chicane. Quick short shifts. Let's go. We get handed our Formula One license. Without further ado, the 2017 Formula One cars. For your favorite. And then after this, we get the 2022 and then the Indy car. And then that is it. So if you don't like any of the Formula One cars that you've seen, you could replay the 2017 car and this. And I honestly have not driven the Indy cars in this game, so that's another Formula Open World Racer. 40th. We're almost dead last. Can we lap everyone like before? The iconic V10 Formula One cars. Oh, big crash. Big crash. And that's why the Halo was invented. Because these cars were so quick and were so fast and unpredictable because they had DRS and a lot of downforce. If you combined every single Formula 1 car together into this body shape, you could drive this thing upside down, which I believe Red Bull has done in a car like this, to drive it upside down in the tunnel. Sun is setting here in at Monza. .320. Almost 330. .320. Dude, the rapid acceleration, I can't even process. And we have made it to lap traffic. POV of the high performance Formula 1 car. Oh my god, dude! Oh, I saw Jesus there, almost. Dude, these cars are absolutely insane. I think we're about to lap everyone. Bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Engine map is now a thing. If you want to know why, boom. One more lap. D-Rain. Cajun, there we go. And we have lapped everyone in 5 laps. Just like that. We win in the Let's Go, baby. So much fun. That's so much fun to drive. And we have 2 more classes. And that is the 2020 2 and up. Pretty much the Italian GP. Also, I could remove the steering wheel from within the clip. It is connected by a little cord here. Just pop it back into place. Just like a Formula 1 style wheel. You have the keys, buttons, things of that matter. DRS, push the pass, engine map, up, down. Something, camera views, things of that matter. Shift up, shift down. Oh, my finger. At the bottom here, there's a little clip. Pop that into place. There we go. So everything works. P19. Super sick. And this is the nowadays Formula 1 cars, the Italian GP. And away we go. No, we have to make it more iconic. Hang on. We have to use manual with auto blip. Just like in the actual Formula 1 cars. And the historical Italian GP is on their way. Mercedes. With an 8. we are pulling away. Now we start our full You guys probably know this car from the 2024 Formula 1. Honestly, the haptic chair add-on in this car's immaculate. I love it. POV of the drive in the 2022 car. Hopefully we reach lap bunch of cars. Full sending everything we got, Captain. Oh, come on. Come on! Last lap. We gotta lap everyone. What are you doing, my guy? Oh my god! Careful. Going into the... thing. They're gonna brake early, right there. Zero chance. Final lap. Come on. Through the inside. Come on. We got the Chi-Long. Come on. Oh, we're still in P1. We're still in P1. We're still good. We're still good. We're still good. And we win it for the GP. Let's go, baby. That's what we're talking about. We're Formula One goats, dude. And then the final open racer, the one that everybody has been waiting for, the Formula US Indy 500 cars. I've never actually have driven one of these things. I'm gonna drive this. This one looks pretty cool. Let's try out these cars. 5 laps in these cars. And speaking of Formula One, the hybrid system, I hope they actually add the newer cars into RaceRoom. That would be super sick. It would be awesome. And more tracks. I think more tracks in that car would be a great combination. We are poor RNG. We've been having good RNG. The last one, because we're super excited. Dude, look at this thing! We got Kick Solber over there. We got Racing Bulls. And away we go. More Kick Solber. Dude. Is that Rolex? Dude, these look like Excel. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! Insta P3, dude. That okay. Oh, we're in the Rolex. Rolly, rolly. I got myself a double ranch. Wheelies. These cars around Monza are insane. This is technically a Formula One car on steroids. Dude, that is so sick. Shell and Rolex. Dude, sparks flying out of the... Dude, I love the Rolex sponsor. I don't think this car is meant for a circuit track. I think it's meant for the Daytona Oval, I believe. The Indy 500, 500 laps. This is not meant to do a a circuit track. I mean, that would be crazy if... I think this thing is... Because of all the aero and everything, I think it's meant for the embankment circuits. But this car is actually fun to drive, too. Especially at high speeds. Yeah, it's not meant to go sharp right. It's not meant to do the chicanes. Max speed is 700 there it is. Max speed is 276 miles per hour. Or kilometers an hour. So this isn't supposed to compete with the Formula 1 cars in the highway. But driving this thing around Monza is like driving a... What's the equivalent of this? Driving a... car that has so much aero. I don't know what this. This on the Nürburgring. This thing's not meant to do Nürburgring. It's meant to go straight. That's all that it's meant to do. Turn at specific corners. But we have the Triple Crown. These things are planted. These aren't, yeah, these are planted to the ground. So that's like equivalent to the Formula 2? Formula 2 type of cars. It's like driving a wide body aerodynamic wide body Aston Martin something, I don't know. I want to say the new like AMR Pro. But that's not an Indy 500 type of car, because that goes around Monza as well. That's an LMU. I don't know what this honestly feels like. No, it's like driving the Le Mans Ultimate Aston Martin AMR around Monza. It's grippy. It's not meant to go fast. We have completed all of the open racers in RaceRoom. That's what I'm talking about right there. That is awesome. So that is pretty much every single open wheel racer. And I do need to record the crash. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, give it a thumbs up. And honestly, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to ask you to do that. I'm not going to ask you to do that. I'm not going to ask you the 3 things that normal channels do. But if this finds you if this interests you, and you guys want to see more, like, evolution of racing and stuff, just come along the journey, and let me know what your favorite Formula 1 car is in real life, and what team also, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, don't flip, and make sure to drive nice and cleanly. No, I'm kidding. Don't drive like that on the road, but make sure to drive safe. Anyway, guys, this is Simnick out. I'll catch you guys in the next evolution racing video. Peace.